3, the crusher, LIANGJINKUN from China.
So LIANGJINKUN has entered the building to a stadium filled with fans. It'll be exciting times. And I just want to take another moment to practice gratitude here with you. If you're watching this, consider yourself lucky. This is exactly where you want to be. Exciting match lies ahead between two massive players in the game. LIANGJINKUN has been in some of the best form of his life recently. Felix Lebrun has brought big rise to table tennis in France as one of two brothers in the top 10. Currently world number 6 playing against the world number 3. And out of all the players on Team China that Feifei has played, LIANGJINKUN at world number 3, this is their first meeting in WTT. History created here, the penhold grip you see at the bottom of the screen next to the swords. That's how Felix Lebrun holds the racket. We'll talk about that throughout. We get into the coin toss here to determine where the players stand. Yang Ling, our umpire from Singapore, who will be taking care of that coin toss to determine where the players stand and who serves.
Red or black? Black for LeBron, red for Liang. Black. LeBron, winner of toss, choose receive.
So there you have it. Felix wins the coin toss, chooses to receive. So should it come down to 9-9 in the deciding 5th game, the last 2-serve combination would be with Felix. I'm Adam Bobrow, and good to have back my friend and fellow table tennis evangelist, Fraser Riley. Welcome, Fraser.
Great to be with you again, Adam. This right here should be a fantastic clash between Dapan, as they call him belovedly in China, Big Batty, and Felix Lebrun. First time these two have ever faced. So much to look forward to.
I'm excited. Think about, in this event alone, against Finn Liu, that 3-0 victory. Finn put up a wonderful fight in game 3, taking him to right down to the wire. Lin Gaoyuan, again, Lin Gaoyuan is so strong when he's on. 3-1 in the round of 16. That's not an easy draw to have to face an experienced teammate. They're the same generation, Lin Gaoyuan and LIANGJINKUN, but the 18-year-old on the other side, the world number 6. Talk to me about him.
Yeah, he is the European Games champion, World Championship finalist, bronze medalist, 2 bronze medals. He got the clink from Paris. Amazing. And this is his run through. Kanak Cha, that was the first time WTT meeting. Won it impressively in 3 straight. And then also the same score of Bagel Faruda.
As much as I love and can tell you all the best things in the world about Kanak Ja, Kanak made a post on social media showing that it only took Felix 19 minutes for him to beat Kanak. That's the form he was in. And with this motivation, the prize money on the line, the loser here still gets 12.5 grand. The champion of this event walks away with 60. That champion will be determined tomorrow, the end of day number 6. The fan vote here, well, just shy of 3/5. LIANGJINKUN, the favorite. France, Europe representing on that fan vote. Cast your votes at worldtabletennis.com or on WTT, the app. France has loved table tennis with hundreds of thousands of competitive players playing regularly in leagues. Now, this is something I didn't know growing up, and a lot of us don't, but if you're not born into a place that has hundreds of thousands of league players or A-list celebrities wearing your flag playing table tennis, you probably have a table tennis club quite close to your home where you could go find a coach, learn to play, and get excited when you see Felix jump and buck in the air. It's a best of 5, LIANGJINKUN to start.
Love 1.
Yeah, nicely put, Adam. And isn't it just so fascinating? Felix Lebrun is a penhold player, taking a leaf out of the Chinese book. Chen Jian, a French player who was part of the Montpellier Tennis de Table Club.
Yeah, Chen Jian played in Pro A, the top French league, Montpellier. Felix saw him and said, "That's pretty freaking cool. I want to do that, Dad." And his dad said, "Okay." Stéphane Lebrun, number 7 in France before his uncle Christophe Legout. It's a table tennis family, and that family with a 3-0 lead here.
1-3.
Or at least at the start of that sentence. So he enters the scoreboard here. LIANGJINKUN with the serves back here to tie it up if he can convert both.
Bit of fortune there off the reverse panel backhand. Just trying to see if there's any scrappage. You and I learned something yesterday when Liang Jing-kun picked up that yellow.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a moment. Injury timeouts or not. Care to elaborate on that story?
Yeah, so it's now 5 minutes for an injury timeout. And,
what?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's oh, wow. Used to be 10 minutes for an injury timeout.
Yeah, we'll get back into it maybe a little bit later on. It's just so much fast and furious action happening.
1 point between them now. Big second serve here. This is too good. The parallel backhand from Felix in this rally. Man, there's no chance Felix can hear his brother right now. There's something sort of romantic and sad about that, bittersweet at the same time. It's a good sign for table tennis, though, that you've got a stadium with nearly 10,000 people in it.
Let 3-5.
5 different levels here, and it's packed at the 5th level.
Let 3-5.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. This is the fantastic thing about having these events held in China.
Can't ask for a much better response to an RPB than that.
It was loaded with spin here. Nice touch. Felix's touch play awesome. A lot of physicality up the back of that bob. Just dismissive from Liang.
It's mind-blowing to me how effortless that looked and how fast it came off his backhand, Liang Jing-kun.
Heavy Chiquita, and he pivoted. Required a lot of racket speed.
Exactly. I think the amount of side spin on this, that's a very unusual ball. This is Hina Hayata-esque. Big string of points here. What, 3 in a row now?
Yeah, that's right. Slowing the pace down when slightly out of position. Smart shot selection from Liang Jing-kun.
Ooh. Now this was quite surprising. Felix shows push, so Liang Jing-kun goes, oh, you're going to play it short? Moves in. Watch Liang Jing-kun after this push. And as he's moving in, it comes right to him at the baseline. It's like intentionally putting the wrong address in on a delivery for your friend, or in this case, adversary. 6 points apiece at the second towel break.
A good recovery there from Felix Lebrun to play that backhand. They're both trying to spot shifts in each other's body weight, go against the momentum. Lebrun did well to cover.
With this opening, Felix is so aggressive, and Liang Jing-kun returning it, giving it back at baseline for him to recover and try again.
Let 7-all.
Completely different serve to what he was going for before that let cord.
Very unusual depth on it, too. There's half long, then there's just long enough to make the opponent think they can turn. You've got the shorter side of half long, you've got the longer side.
Let it 7.
Crowd loves a good doublet here. Changing it up on the positioning. It'll help off the top of the net.
7-9.
You know, after watching Felix in the earlier round against Kunuk-Ja, I was so impressed with the unpredictability of his backhand. I haven't seen anything like that from an RPB since Wang Hao.
And Wang Hao will no doubt be watching out here for Liang Jing-kun, who's had a good season. Singapore Smash final. Recently as well, the Asian Cup final.
For world number 3, that means some things. There have been some upsets along the way, outperforming expectations, but it's Felix Lebrun with 2 game points here. Miwa Harimoto had 2 in game number 2 before her opponent, Wang Manyu, 4 straight points. Felix looking to convert. And the backhand set it up, but the forehand finish. It's 11-8, and it's a 1-0 lead. This makes things really interesting. If you asked me to create my perfect player of players in the game right now, mentally in the men's game, Liang Jingkun is incredibly strong. He's known to come back. Felix, one of the fastest players in the game, gets off to a great start here.
Que plus le match va durer, parce que je sais pas si t'as remarqué, mais physiquement, il a pris une dimension au fur et à mesure du set. Au début, il était un peu en dedans.
对吧？啊，但是呢，现在中间正手位这个。 有点转，那球人往前，不行，支他一个，支他个半杆中间，然后再上，不用去跟他对抗，有的时候啊，好吧。
That's Liu Jichang there, who's been working with the team for some time. Man, years ago, I saw him. It's interesting, so many of these players we've grown up watching as players, so many of these coaches. Depending on when you've grown up, of course, but yeah, good start here for the player coached by Liu Jichang. Extra spin from under the table as it appeared from that camera angle. Took his time on a softer ball.
Yeah, good shot selection here. Putting pressure on Liang, who was closer to the table there. Ooh, good receive off that reverse pendulum. High enough to tempt Liang in, but barely attackable lengthwise.
It's a hook in the cheek.
Yeah, well put.
Thanks. Thought you'd like that.
You're full of them, mate.
I'm happy you said plural as opposed to full of it. Try to speak truthfully. 2 points apiece. Leveled out here. What's already been quite a tight fight. Ooh. Now from this camera angle, that felt like it drifted longer than Felix would have wanted. Liang Jingkun still uncomfortable at the back edge. But a good response to a long serve to the opposite corner. Liang quick and adaptable.
My mind is just buzzing with so many different things about this match here.
Ooh, share, do tell.
LeBrun, you know, Felix Lebrun's percentages against Chinese compared to his brother, Alexei, who, you know, in terms of Chinese A-listers, Felix has beaten in previous attempts. I can only really think of Lin Shidong, who beat in Lanzhou and Montpellier.
Just to clarify, while Felix is the better world-ranked player against Chinese opponents, it's his brother Alexei who's more successful.
I think Alexei at some point had the highest percentage against Team China stars. It's now 47%. Felix is 24%.
To be world number 6. Former world number 4?
Yeah.
So, just to paint that picture a little bit more clearly, a former world number 4, one of the best in the game. You said 26%?
24%
24. So less than a quarter of the time. Good exchange here, backhand to backhand. With a few of the backhands that Liang Jingkun played in game number 1, there was scary speed. And they weren't off easy balls either. They were the type of balls that would have pushed someone else into defense. Or maybe a passive block, which I guess could be called defense. Good touch here, the soft hands from the big man.
Seeing this more and more, sort of, even players outside of the realm of Tomislav Putsar and Dmitry Ovcharov, pushing with the backhand from the middle and from the forehand side.
It's the buzz in the crowd. A bit of conversation there with Coach Nat Molong. Good deep push here, finding the edge of the opponent's racket for Liang Jingkun.
That's another handcuffing play here. So deep. Complete contrast.
Table tennis aficionados will like this. Although they know it, but the traditional pen hold backhand, most of the coaching staff for Team China used, as we see heavy momentum for the big man who won 7 of the last 8 points before this. I was going to say, the pen hold grip that Felix uses traditionally only used one side of the racket, and we rarely see that traditional pen hold backhand, but in the pushing game, that's where it's most useful.
You took the words out of my mouth. I've seen a couple of bits of footage where he's blocking with that traditional style. I'm like, wow, this is incredible.
Right? Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
Uncles at the Club. I feel like there's a good song title right there. Uncles at the Club. Oh, I'm in it. It's a banger. Hit the studio later. 3 points in front, LIANGJINKUN. Not so common you see this. This is a Koki Niwa-like receive, a ballroom step around. But it is 4 game points for LIANGJINKUN to tie it up. Long lunge there. He leaps forward to get that backhand into place, saving a game point. Still a long way to go against a stable opponent.
Very smooth operating here from the feisty Felix Lebrun.
The Sade shape as he spins it into the backhand there, holds his ground. Backhand to backhand fight. Few will feel confident in that rally against LIANGJINKUN. 2 game points left for the man with the serves. Make that 3. Would you call time? I sure would.
Yeah,
there it is.
Time up.
I mean, this is, if there's ever been a time for one, remember, each player has 1 timeout per match. You only call a timeout if you think it's going to change the outcome of the match. This very well could.
他因为你这个球已经发来整整一局，你看看转不转，然后你拉呢就按照自己的节奏拉就行，是吧？再有就是什么呢？就是还有一种就是你自己发一不转，让他摆短，然后你想自己想好就行，是吧？自己想好，打起来，最主要是打起来，哎，不在前3板跟他纠缠太多。再有形成相持的时候，你没必要顶他，你没必要顶他，你可以制高一点，他对你的节奏不是很适应，你就让他骑。 对吧？然后你只不过有的时候给他点中间，给他点反手就可以了，没必要跟他强对抗，对吧？他正好接着那个力加旋转，那你直高点这个是没关系哎，简简打没关系，想好谱子打啊，关键就打起来，打自己的节奏就可以啊，好吧啊。
Back from the timeout. And the game is taken. The timeout has been cashed in. LIANGJINKUN with a big response. The timeout crucial after 3 game points saved. So it's leveled at 1 game apiece. LIANGJINKUN really under pressure here. And for me, the spin, the big part of the conversation was be patient. Don't be afraid to use spin. In the rally, there's no panic. He's got the spin game. If it's short, you can play short back. And as soon as it opens up, he plays securely. And world number 3 comes out on top of game number 2. Game number 3 to follow. Stay right here.
对吧？哎，他比你快，你跟他很强，他正好接你的啊。还有就是这一局接发球接得很好，哎。
So after hearing some reminders of how solid he is in the looping game, the spinning game, LIANGJINKUN, we'd like to update you that, well, this is who's left in the game. We've got 2 of the top 6 seeds left. Felix Lebrun, the world number 6 and the 6th seed here. LIANGJINKUN number 3 behind 2 very strong players, both of whom have been world number 1 recently. Lin Shidong, star of the Shidong Show, playing his first event internationally. WTT stage is world number 1. Wang Chuqin first as world number 2 in quite some time.
gorgeous speed here. Lights out table tennis.
1-love.
Making it a guessing game between middle and backhand. Brilliant. It seems like Liang isn't too threatened by the power of Felix, but more the speed.
Can you differentiate that, help the audience understand a bit the difference between power and speed?
So think of it as a more looping shot with maybe less speed on it, more arcing on deep regions of the table. Oh my goodness.
Exponentially faster. They just keep getting better. The levels, when you think they can't rise anymore, this is the cause for global warming. They're turning up the heat right here to levels that are unthinkable. Save the animals after a rally like this.
I'm sorry guys, I forgot what I was even talking about.
It's all good. Let's start over here. Coverage as well, not a point dropped. A man who will not take this for granted. I talked about his mental game. It's far from over, but this is quite a turn from the momentum that Felix had at the end of last game. Smart placement, a bit more parallel. Just getting the forehand of his opponent into play.
Zippy shots there from LeBrun. Amazing. Quality on display here between these two in their first ever meeting.
Right, that's a good reminder.
Let 1-5.
It's fun watching table tennis with a close friend. This feeling like we can enjoy and appreciate so many details of this first encounter. I always think of it like a Will It Blend episode. You just drop different objects into an incredibly strong blender. That's how good these players are. It's like, who can withstand, who can overcome. Won't be easy either way, but LIANGJINKUN, good start here. Smart play with Felix behind the table, slows it down to leave it in front of him, forcing him to lunge in and take it from out in front without as much body behind it. It's funny, we heard the Haucho. Nice shot from the crowd when LIANGJINKUN played an opening backhand rip. And then at that point, you almost feel like you're rooting for the opponent who had to deal with some talking in the middle of the point. Footwork tested, and Felix with flying results here. Back into the middle. This rally right here shows incredible not only athleticism, but the mental game to go right into the middle from deep. That ball is an incredible shot.
It is. He feathered it through the eye of the needle there, Felix. Not many can go toe-to-toe with Liang in that department. Felix is growing so quickly as well. Completely different stature to when he sort of caused a wave at the Summer Series in 2022 against Ma Long.
7-5.
Now he can sort of fare a bit better against players like LIANGJINKUN in that forehand to forehand game, but there, and then parallel backhand.
The taller of the two brothers, despite being 3 years the younger, pound for pound, I think Alexei might still have him in that department, but different statures, both strong, fast as can be in the serving game, the rhythm, the rallies. And the faster of the two, closer to the table, Felix. At least in terms of the rhythm of their game, their style of play. And look at this. What, 5-0 for LIANGJINKUN?
Yeah, it was. So now just a point behind here at 7-6.
And that's incredible. I was going to say before this, 6 of the last 8 points Felix Lebrun. And again, as he wins this one. So there you go.
8-7.
And now he takes the lead, LeBrun. Would you believe it? High toss serve.
It's tough. When you arc the ball like this and LIANGJINKUN's in at the table, he knows what to do and gets right on top of the bounce. The second to last shot from Felix, that. Just a bit shallower on the table. I think that's sort of what he's saying, like, okay, got to cover the elbow a bit and try to drive it deep. 8 points apiece. Oh, the feeling, Feifei. Net recovery, short, shallow shot. This is some good control.
From both. I mean, that's great from Liang. Off the angle as well. That could have been a winner against many players.
Yeah, LIANGJINKUN's recovery of the net right there was a really impressive angle. So I think he deserves more credit there, but Felix with a wonderful response to a wide shot. Third towel break of the game. And just before the first towel break, I didn't expect we'd be having this conversation. I talk about the mental sort of fortitude, the resilience, the ability to adapt to his opponent, the mental game. LIANGJINKUN is strong, but look at Feifei. Smart brings him to the middle and sends him back deep to the backhand corner to set up a game point.
Yeah, that's the combination from the man of the Chinese nation.
And he deuces it up. Man, this is a fast-paced, recovering the middle rally. I love the second to last backhand. We saw short stroke parallel forehand. Just something to mix it up, something a little bit outside of the obvious in that moment. Took some guts. No shortage of brains for either of these players, that's for sure. Alternating serves until one has a 2-point lead. Ooh, table tennis karma. Gets it back. An IOU cashed in a crucial moment, but it's not over yet. Nice side spin on that. The way it comes off the net, it goes back the opposite direction of what you might have expected. Game point, LIANGJINKUN. Oh, and as wide as can be, a little fortune here. So now the IOU in the pocket of Felix. Just one or two, maybe. They've been back and forth. Back and forth. Man, this has been a breathtaking match. You can hear it. I've got the hiccups.
Yeah, incredible stuff there. A couple of strokes of fortune for LIANGJINKUN. He is so good at getting out of those situations. We've seen it in so many battles, especially against Gozi, somehow making it through.
So the last two games by 2 points. Conversation, hydration, and back for game number 4.
Fourth game, LeBron to serve, level.
Interesting, LIANGJINKUN sitting down. We talked about the injury earlier. His hamstring was tied up. Interesting to see him on the bench sitting down next to his coach instead of facing his coach. Wonder if that's related to where he got sprayed up yesterday. The thing I thought you were going to tell me that we had learned, as opposed to the new news about 5 minutes, for me anyway, was simply that if you come into a match with a pre-existing injury, you don't get an injury timeout if it's agitated, which is an interesting line to draw. Understandable, but LIANGJINKUN playing through it. We were looking for some tape.
Some new rules introduced January the 1st this year. To my knowledge, an injury timeout is now 5 minutes. You're allowed a 2-minute additional break in between games, but only once per tournament.
Beautiful flick here inside the table. We'll get into the nitty-gritty of that later, I'm sure. Matt Molan, who's been coaching Felix Lebrun since he was 3 years old. Took a break. 3 through 6 he coached him. 6 through 15, they broke up. They saw other people. 15, back with Felix. It is not a GIF. This is real-time happening. Up on his feet, Alexis here for that point. The dimples come out. The rally. It's exhausting to watch. And think about everything they have to process between shots. Am I exposed on any place in the table? Can I cause more damage to my opponent without sacrificing position? Felix with a strong start here. The opposite to what we saw in the last game.
And now Liang giving him a taste of his own medicine with that push play. Surprising LeBrun, who wanted to come in so deep, so low, so quick. So back spinning.
So fresh and so clean.
Indeed. Just such a fine margin for error when you go for that Chiquita. You need such thin contact.
Right, this is tough to process. Ooh, this started well with that quick shot to the wide forehand to get LIANGJINKUN with his feet wider apart than is comfortable. Ooh, this is a nice escape. LIANGJINKUN doing well to get the ball back to the baseline. And quickly, Felix holds his gloves up, backs up, gets on the defense, but shortened up the ball well enough that it was uncomfortable for LIANGJINKUN as well. Way different score line than last game at this point.
3-8.
That said, of all the players to come back, I know it was Felix in the last game. LIANGJINKUN has amazed me with his ability to perform under pressure. The lobbing game deep on the table. These balls aren't easy. And the counter does it. An RPB from way back. I saw him doing this with Adriana Diaz yesterday. I didn't expect he'd be doing it with LIANGJINKUN as well.
Yeah, you don't see as much of this from Felix than what you would with Guzzi or Alexei. But he's got it in his locker as well, Felix.
And that locker is right here near the table. Brings it out, sets up 7 game points to send this one you know where. To the D, to the side, to the dir. Drinks, healthy snacks. Tell the friends where they need to be if they're not already. Right here, right now. This could be history in the making. It will be no matter what. The question is, will there be an upset on our hands? Momentum heavy for the Montpellier boy, world number 6, Felix Lebrun. But the decider, LIANGJINKUN, is strong there. One more game to determine it all.
Continue à faire vraiment. Agresse la balle dans le milieu. Et quand tu arrives à la garde,
零点速度，零点旋转，给他点旋转速度，对吧？你不能这么老撑的，他这个节奏全是他的，他全扭转往下，然后这个球你全扛，不是事儿。
You know this guy, Truls Morgaard. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the most creative of them all? Oh, he breathed on the mirror. Okay, I like it. I thought the crowd might like that. A man making sure he's got all the tension where he needs it. You might think, do you really want to exhaust yourself by doing physical workouts right before the match? Well, that extra tension, as Timo Boll would say, why he did the push-ups, is because it's important. In deciding games, LIANGJINKUN 10% better than Felix Lebrun. I'm happy to see that it has confirmed my memory of his performance in deciders. 70%. That's quite strong.
That's incredible.
But 60 on the other side, not too shabby as well. LIANGJINKUN to start it off. Long push didn't seem to bother LIANGJINKUN. I thought it was quite surprising.
And the better the player, the better that percentage seems at 70%. Because what kind of player do you even have to be to take Liang to 5?
That's a great point. Oh, burned! Turned and burned. Rotisserie baguette. Get a look here. Full stroke forehand. Tough time. It's 1 point. He'll put it behind him. quick start here. And the timeout now for Felix Lebrun after a 3-point trot right out of the gates in the decider. This is the last timeout this match.
打球想好，对吧？你从他这边打起来以后，然后你记住，拉完他这边以后，这边的衔接，然后你现在往前顶一点啊，然后你感觉这边有点不舒服，马上换他这边，然后记住，他摆你短的时候不要还短啊，劈出去，直接劈出去，然后站定了，是不是这边台吗？站定，对，但是你看。
Allez, faut qu'on gagne en précision. Alors si c'est en intention, là moi je l'ai pas vu que c'était en intention. Il faut être beaucoup plus précis. Faut reprendre l'échelle pour marcher avec de la ligne droite du milieu.
Ah, franchement les 3 points je trouve dans les intentions. Déjà le premier je joue ligne droite, le deuxième j'essaie de jouer milieu et le troisième aussi mais je joue pas milieu.
Ok, donc à partir de là on continue alors. On maintient pas. Et puis on n'oublie pas que c'est pas que de la baston, du bam bam. C'est aussi de la qualité de balle. Allez mec, allez.
Fired up Fei ready for action. Fraser, just curious, what would you be telling Felix if you were on the coach's bench?
I think Felix has had a little bit more success with that shovel serve short to forehand.
Let. Silence, please. Love 3.
Short to forehand, no doubt about it. Gonna be tough to repeat. Doesn't stop him. Whatever the fortune is here, some clear frustration. Felix had the IOUs in the pocket. Sort of forgot about him after such a one-sided last game. It seemed like he came off the edge of the racket there on the last ball. Very unusual way to give a shot back. Close to the hand, really.
Yeah.
Oh, crouching LIANGJINKUN, hidden forehand on the other side, keeping him down and squatting. He gets a lot of balls back for a guy who has to be that low mid-rally.
Yeah, and for a thick set guy as well. So impressive how he can contort his body anatomically. Amazing.
They will switch sides of the table with LIANGJINKUN up 5-1. Mentally strong. It is not over yet. And I think Felix, fast, long serves. Well, not ironically, but out of the timeout, maybe what is working better for him is mixing it up shorter here and there. When your opponent has studied your game so well, mislead them. Easier said than done. LIANGJINKUN, number 3 in the world, up by 5. I don't know, this is the second time, and it sounds like the same person to shout Hao Cho middle of the rally right before Felix plays the ball.
A couple of uncles having a party here, I think, but yeah. It's an unbelievable streak here for LIANGJINKUN. Not what we really expected coming into this.
It's almost a role reversal, a flipping of the script from game number 4. Step in the right direction. One step for a long journey. The young French superstar, the 18-year-old with the serves. Oh, the line is well the edge here. Not a lot of time if he's going to cash in those IOUs. But as we've seen with Alexis when he beat Fan Zhendong, the WTT event, he's saying, really? Yeah, another one?
It's hard to not think about that.
Calm down,
game as
DJ
well.
Khaled. I like it, the out-of-the-air shot right back. But you did make a good point if I stepped on your toes at all there. Earlier on, a crucial point for LIANGJINKUN to take the game with a bit of fortune. And this is big, it sets up 7 match points. LIANGJINKUN, the player I would have picked to come back if he had to, in a position much closer than his opponent here with a serve. 1 match point saved, a long way to go.
Still there, LeBrun. Dangling on the edge though. Take an unbelievable comeback.
The speed in this rally has the crowd screaming midpoint, and it's understandable. It looks like it's winner, and they just keep raising the stakes.
That last one there, that last reverse penal backhand down the line, incredible. He seemed too close to the table and to play a trajectory ball like that. Just, what's happening here?
Liang Jingkun, no doubt about it, fit enough to stay in it, but he's taking his time here. And another one to finish. Liang Jingkun, with a bit of fortune, pats his opponent on the shoulder and says, man, my bad, but you were good here today, no doubt about it. Felix Lebrun put up a wonderful fight to give us nothing less than what we hoped for, and Liang Jingkun living up to his reputation as the world number 3, keeping the form that he's had recently. He moves on to the semifinals and another seed out. But congratulations and wonderful show, Liang Jingkun.
Even Milan there giving Felix a little applause. That was a noble fight. He handled the loss well.